Hi Jason, it's Tracy at Alexander's. Alex has asked me to put together this video on the California just to give you a feel of how nice it is. We spoke very briefly on the phone the other day and I passed your details on to Alex, but it's just outside, it's a glorious sunny day, best type of weather to show a Ferrari. So let's go have a look. So here we go, the car itself just looking absolutely magnificent, as you can see. This colour really does sort of pop out when it's sunny like this, but let's have a good look around it. So I'll pick out some of the features that the car has. So one of the first things you see, the beauty of Ferraris, I mean they are a performance car, they're extremely quick. You've got these fabulous carbon discs with those Brembo Ferrari discs, calipers there as well. Key element on this one as well, machined alloy wheel, the larger alloy wheel with the yellow centres, looks absolutely fabulous. You've also got this wonderful shield on the side. They look quite plain without that. Come down the side here. You can see, come around the side. Around to the back, those quad tailpipes there. And that rear spoiler. So the diffuser at the back is a fabulous spoiler as well, so it's forcing the air through this and these fins here, pushing the back down. One of the key features there, you can see that the car has the parking sensors. If you look very, very carefully, you've got a little camera just underneath the prancing horse there. Such a lovely profile. Quite an aggressive front, so the revised California tees with the different headlights. You've got this aggressive style bonnet vents and contour design on that wonderful bonnet. You've also got a parking sensors at the front, you can just probably see in there, but you've also got the camera just above the prancing horse there as well. Absolutely stunning. Far enough back to get it all in. Doesn't that look absolutely excellent? They sound magnificent. I'm going to give you a bit of a rev up of the engine before I sign off, but actually when you're in the car and you're driving along and you get the sort of revs beyond 4,000 revs, it's incredible feedback. It sounds amazing. So let's have a look in the inside. Just walk up to the door. I've already unlocked it, but you've got a little door handle here. Just pull it with your fingers, and there we have. Open it up so you can see it in a bit more detail. This is where they really are fabulous. So all that wonderful contrast stitching in the red, that's Rosso Corsa stitching design, dyed to match the exterior colour. You've got a couple of features down there, opening the boot, and then your petrol flap release. You can also then do your wing mirrors there as well. So if you look on the seats, the Daytona style seats, really comfortable, nice and wide at this point here, so they don't nip in too hard, but they still give you enough support if you drive the car enthusiastically. And then that wonderful Rosso Corsa stitching, even with the emblem on the headrest there. If I just lift this lever up here, push the seat forward, and then you can see one of the nice things about this one, it's got the leather on the back of the seats as well, with all that wonderful stitching there, absolutely fabulous, all in Rosso Corsa, and then the back seats themselves. So you've got these wonderful seat belts again in the same colour of the exterior, and that goes right through, and that theme carries on, as you can see, through the rest of the car, even up onto the actual dashboard there, as you can see. So all the touchable surfaces on the car are leather, and they're all fine nappa leather, as good as it gets basically. We'll pull back. Got that fabulous multifunction steering wheel in carbon fibre, just like a Formula 1 wheel. It looks quite incredible. Actually, why don't we have a sit inside and do the deed, as they say. Turn the key. So we're going to turn the ignition on. We're going to see all the lights come on. Actually, I'll do that again so you can see that again. So put the key in there. You see them all come up at the top here. Then I've got to hit the stop-start button. Oh, always starts off with a little bit of a growl. Some nice bits of information. You've got your onboard computer controls this element of the screen here, and it also shows you which mode you're in, and that relates to this down here. So if I change this to sport, it's going to show up as sport up here. It tells you which you're in. Actually, it's quite warm today. It also gives you your outside temperature, 60 degrees. A few things on the steering wheel. You've got all the carbon fiber elements here, so when you're revving, these will light up depending on what point you are in the rev band, so it'll tell you when to change gear. It will automatically do it anyway, so you don't have to worry. You don't have to be on the paddles like a Formula 1 driver. But a couple of things that are a little bit different. There's no stalks behind here, so you indicate using these. And then this controls the damper settings, either soft or firm, depending on how you're driving it. And this controls the windscreen wipers. Pull it towards you, also washes them as well. So really easy to read dials here. Down here you got your radio, your sat nav, and all the other systems here, and that's controlled through this system here. Sometimes it's actually very hard to see that because of the refresh rate on the video sometimes. So you may actually just see blank, when in fact what I'm seeing is the navigation. So if you look down here, you've also got your air conditioning controls, and then your drive controls on the drive bridge. This is what they refer to this piece here as the bridge. So you reverse, auto, and then launch. Then you've got your window switches down here. Control the mechanism of the roof here, and then you've got a nice little cubby hole down here. Nice little glove box as well. So all of these surfaces, all in leather, absolutely fabulous. So what I'll do is let's get out, and I'm going to leave the car running. Actually, I'm going to let the engine oil temperature get up to a high enough temperature, and I'm going to lift that bonnet up, sorry, boot, so you can see the space in the boot here. It's actually, it's surprising now. It's very hard for me to show you this because of the way the sun's shining, but hopefully you can see it goes back quite far, and you can actually fold those seats down. So it's quite incredible. Now when this roof mechanism is up and it's in its full position, you've actually got quite a big boot. You've got a boot big enough to do quite a bit of touring on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the roof up, show you the boot, and then we're going to give it a little bit of a rev so you can hear how wonderful it sounds. Go with the boot lid up, absolutely in its full position there, and you can see it's actually not a bad size. So let's put the boot down. It's warmed up now a little bit, so I'm going to pause the video, let it warm up a little bit more, give it a bit of a blip, and let's see what you think of the noise. Actually, I'll tell you what, whilst I'm in this position, why don't we have a look at it with the roof fully up? Give you an idea. Actually, it's quite effective, doesn't it? With that black element on the roof there, and that dark glass. That's a handsome looking car. Jason, I've let it warm up a bit now. Let's hear how good it sounds. That certainly sounds fantastic. I hope it sounds as good in the video as it does in the flesh.